Welcome back to Steins Gate. Last time we discovered that Mr. Braun was Moeka's FB, and he was one of CERN's expendable assets, one of the rounders. And he told us that a lot of the time when a rounder finds an IBM 5100, CERN has them eliminated, stop any chance of their secrets getting revealed by someone else. And unfortunately, this whole conversation ended with him saying he would rather lose his own life than have his daughter be killed, because CERN wouldn't be afraid to use his daughter against him. And then he shot himself, and that's where we left things. So I've been mentally preparing myself for today, because I can't imagine it's going to be an easy scene. I'm sure his daughter will have heard the gunshot. But at the same time, hopefully this now means Okarin can get his hands on Effie's phone, reverse the D-mail, and move one step closer to saving Mayuri. So, let's just get into it. Why? Brains splatter against the wall. Tenoji's massive body drops to the floor and sprawls out, motionless. A dark red stain begins to spread over the tatami mats. He's dead. Tenoji is dead. No. Why? It's over, and I still don't understand what happened. Would he have killed himself even if we hadn't confronted him? Was his death, too, the will of fate? Tenoji had completed his mission. Maybe he chose to eliminate himself rather than face CERN assassins. You fool! I bite down hard on my lip. I pound my fists against the floor. You left your daughter all alone. He meant to protect her with his sacrifice. But what is Nai supposed to do now? How could you die with a smile? All rounders are expendable, he said. Does that mean FB was just another pawn? Is that how CERN operates? That's insanity. This can't be real. Nai, is she still asleep in the next room, blissfully unaware of her father's suicide? How do I explain this to her? Should I run? Again, strictly speaking, my purpose is to obtain FB's phone. Once I send the D-mail and change the world line, all of this will be undone. I can run like a coward, and no one will know. I'll know. I timidly slide open the door to Nai's bedroom. Oh no. It looks like you'd expect. There's a red backpack hanging next to the desk, and there's a futon laid out on the floor. But Nai isn't there. The window is open. The lace curtains are waving, as if to invite the fresh morning breeze inside. She's gone? Where did she go? No. Don't tell me CERN kidnapped her. I don't even know if she was here when we arrived. None of this makes sense. This isn't the world I know. His phone. I need Tenoji's phone. I'm relieved Nai isn't here. I don't have to tell her about her father's death. I find Tenoji's phone in his pants pocket. I was ready to kill him for it if I had to. I never thought he would kill himself. And now I'm looting his dead body like a hyena scavenging for scraps of meat. I make myself want to puke. I leave as soon as I have the phone. dragging the catatonic Moeka with me. We regroup with Kurisu, who was worried sick waiting outside, and hail a taxi. I wish we hadn't spent so much time parked near Tenoji's house. Once the body is found, the police might trace the rental car back to us. Maybe we should have reported it first, but I'd rather not have to answer any questions. Besides, soon none of this will have happened. So the manager was FB. First, we take Moeka back to her apartment. There, I explained to Kurisu what happened. Moeka didn't say a word on the way back. Now she's sitting on the floor by the entrance, staring off into space. It must have been quite a shock to hear Tenoji's, FB's, confession. The one person she trusted betrayed her. She may never recover. But were Tenoji's actions really a betrayal? I'm not quite convinced. Something felt off back there. Rounders who complete their mission are eliminated. No exceptions. That's what FB said. But in that case, why wasn't Moeka killed?
No. Moeka.
Hey. Moeka. Yeah, it kind of feels like he tried to protect her, you know, he made her drop the IBN 5100 off, left it for ages before picking it up, and then got it sent back to him. So it was kind of like he was removing her involvement from the retrieval of the object and putting it all on him. And especially if he knew that CERN would eliminate whoever found this machine, he was putting it all on him instead of on her. So, you know, he clearly didn't hate her or wasn't completely uncaring. He just... It was probably easier for him to do that without any more contact and with keeping her completely out of it by cutting contact off. So, yeah, I mean, he hasn't completely betrayed her, I don't think. It'll just feel like a betrayal because she relied so heavily on the messages that he stopped sending. That's what I think.
もしかしたら FB はお前を生かそうとしたのかもしれない。
It's possible that FB did what he did so you could live.
あの人はお前を見捨てたんじゃなくて
Maybe he didn't abandon you.
突き放して生かそうとしたのかも。
Maybe by pushing you away, he was trying to keep you safe. This may just be wishful thinking. We'll never know FB's true intentions. But I want to believe that Tenoji did care for her, that there was a place for Moeka somewhere. What am I doing? Why am I trying to comfort Moeka? Maybe I'm just soft.
Okabe, 今すぐ D メールを送るべきよ。
Okabe, we need to send the email now. Kurisu's expression is grave.
今を逃すと、いろいろ面倒なことに巻き込まれるかもしれないから。
Miss this chance and you could be in a lot of trouble. Kurisu had the same thought as me.
あんたの目的は、マユリを救うことであって、セルンへの復讐じゃないでしょ。
Your goal is to save Mayuri, not take revenge on CERN, right?
私たちが作ったタイムリープマシンのせいで犠牲が出るのは気持ちのいいことじゃない。
I don't want anyone else to be hurt because of the machine we built.
ああ、そうだな。
Yeah, you're right. FB's phone is in my possession. There's no longer any reason to stay on this world line. It's only a matter of time until the police come looking for us. I should send the D-mail immediately. When I do, the present will be reconstructed. Tenoji will still be alive. Moeka will still be in contact with FB. And at last, the IBN 5100 will return to me. I just need to think about saving Mayuri, and all will be well.
ダルはもうラボに来ていると思うか？
Do you think Daru's still in the lab?
電話してみる。
I'll try calling. I'll send the same message I tried to send earlier from Moeka's phone. Only this time, it will be from FB's phone. When Moeka sees it, she'll believe it to be an order from FB. Knowing her dependence on FB, she'll obey without question. It makes me sick to be taking advantage of Moeka's vulnerabilities like this. How am I any different from FB?
あと5分くらいでラボに着くって。
He said he'll be there in 5 minutes. So we just wait until then.
ねえ、さっき店長の家でのことだけど。
By the way, something weird happened back there. After closing her phone, Karisu glances at Moeka and lowers her voice.
私、外で見張ってて、銃声が聞こえて。
While I was waiting outside, I heard a gunshot.
その直後ぐらいに、あの子の姿、見た。
And right after that, I saw her.
あの子。
Her who? I ask, even though I already know the answer. It's Nai, right? There's only one person it could be.
ナエちゃん。家の裏口から走り去っていった。
She ran out the back door.
呼び止めようとしたら目があったわ。
When I called her to stop, our eyes met. Karisu bites her lip, as if fighting an unpleasant memory. It happened right after she heard the gunshot. If that's true, then Nai saw her father die. She saw her father die and ran away. What? Oh, I think it's going to be her. Somehow, she's found them, she's followed them. There's a knock on the door. Someone's here. Who? Moeka, who had been squatting by the entrance, slowly lifts her head. This is wrong. The timing's too perfect. Today, Kiryu Moeka dies. This world line has already approved that fate. Has it come for her already? Moeka reaches for the doorknob.
よせ開けるな
Wait, don't! I try to stop her. But too late. Moeka is already turning the doorknob. The door opens slowly. And there stands...
こんにちは。
Hi! An innocent greeting. A child's voice. Familiar. How did she find this place? How did she get here? Why did she come here? She ran away. Our eyes met. Right after I heard the gunshot. Yep. Nai steps up to Moeka. Moeka's body blocks my view. The next instant, Moeka drops to her knees like a string-cut puppet. Okay, she's slightly terrifying. An innocent laugh. Hands dyed with blood. A cleaver in her hand. I wasn't expecting the cleaver. I thought she would have... Like, I thought Moeka was going to die. And, you know, as soon as the door knocked, I was like, okay, it's Nai. Nai's going to kill Moeka. I thought she would have gone back and taken Tenoji's gun. I was not expecting the cleaver at all.
嘘でしょ。
No way.
嘘じゃない。
Yes way. Nai's lips twist into a victorious sneer. She looks straight at me, her eyes burning with intense hatred. Those aren't the eyes of a child. What's going on here? Is this really Nai?
私は許さない。
I won't forgive you. The venom in her voice chills me to the bone.
父さんを死に追いやったお前たちを
Daddy died because of you.
絶対に許さないから。
I'll never forgive you.
私
私がこの手で殺してやるまで許さないから。
I'll kill you with my own 2 hands. Kurisu and I stare in shocked silence. Neither of us can move a muscle.
岡部倫太郎。
My heart skips a beat. I feel like someone just walked over my grave.
お前は15年後に殺す。それまで怯えて待ってなさい。
I'll come for you in 15 years. I hope you spend them quivering in terror. Nai tosses the knife away and leaves, laughing all the while. I hear the sound of her footsteps pattering down the stairs. Soon they fade away, leaving us in silence. What the hell? That child is terrifying. Like, you know, she's been through some stuff today, but wow, that was not what I was expecting. You know, like I said, I started to expect Nai would kill Moeka, but I was not expecting the I'll come for you in 15 years, and you better be quivering in terror. That is insane.
今のはなんだ。悪魔か。何かが取り付いていたのか。
What the hell was that? A demon? Was she possessed? My entire body is shaking. I have to struggle just to move a finger.
いや、それよりも萌香が。
What about Moeka? Moeka's clothes are soaked in blood. There's a gaping wound in her abdomen where Nai stabbed her.
落ち着け。
Calm down. Kurisu yells for me to come to my senses, and then she takes out her phone.
桐生さんの容体を見て、私は救急車を。
Check on Kiryu-san, I'll call an ambulance.
待って。
No, wait. Before that,
それより先に D メールを送ってしまった方がいいのかもしれない。
maybe you should just send the D-mail. Even now, Kurisu is calm. I feel an irrational surge of anger at her composure, but I know that she's right. Once I send the D-mail, this world line will be undone. I know that, but still I run to Moeka's side. When I lift her up in my arms, I see that her chest is already covered in blood.
萌香、
She's my enemy.
しっかりしろ。おい、
Hang in there. She killed Mayuri.
聞こえるか、萌香。
Can you hear me, Moeka? I can't understand her. I can't forgive her. And yet, I can't help but call her name. Because in a sense, she's a victim too. She really is, though. Also, I know that she physically killed Mayuri. Like, she was the one who actually killed her. But she was acting on FB's orders, which is Tanoji. So Tanoji ordered the death of... Actually, I don't think he ordered the death of Mayuri. He was just like, deal with them? And that ended up with Mayuri dying, I think. It's been a really long time since I saw that scene. But she really is a victim. Like, she's just been manipulated into all of this. Moeka slowly opens her eyes. Her eyes are blank and unfocused. She's fading fast. I killed... She tries to speak, but her voice catches in her throat. I bring my ear closer to her lips.
私はあなたの
I killed
大切な人を
someone.
殺したから
Precious to you. Yes, you did. Countless times. Not on this world line, but on others.
よ
This is my punishment. The will of fate.
ごめんなさい
I'm sorry.
ごめ
I'm sorry. I silently squeeze Moeka's hand. Moeka doesn't squeeze back. She no longer has the strength.
私にとっては FB しかいなくて
I had nothing except FB.
私にとっての居場所そこだけ
The only place I belonged.
守るためなら殺す
I would kill to protect it.
恨まれて当然
You're right to hate me.
ごめん
I'm sorry.
許すよ。
I forgive you. The words come to my lips unbidden. But as soon as I speak them, I understand why. Moeka does not kill Mayuri on this world line. Even if she could, it would not happen until tomorrow. This Moeka, the one dying in my arms, is innocent. And yet, even now, she says I'm sorry. How can I not answer her?
許す。
I forgive you. Perhaps the words are meaningless. Forgiving Moeka will not cure Nai's hate. Neither will Moeka's death. I don't even know if I truly mean what I'm saying. But still, I remember what Kurisu said. My goal is to save Mayuri, not avenge her. So here, now,
お前を許す。
I forgive you. The anguish seems to fade from Moeka's face. Her eyes slowly close. A tear slides down Moeka's cheek. Her hand slips from my grasp. She is no longer breathing. Biting my lip, I lay Moeka to rest on the floor. I place her purple phone in her hands.
岡部
Kurisu calls to me in a weak voice.
D メールを送るべきだと思う
I think you should send the D-mail.
もう準備はできてる
Everything's ready at the lab.
あ、
Yeah. Moeka and FB are gone, but Mayuri's fate remains unchanged. The universe still demands her death.
なあ、クリスティーナ。
Hey, Christina?
D メールを送って。ダイバージェンスが変わったら、萌香はそこで生きていると思うか、それとも死んだままだと思うか。
When I send the D-mail and change divergence, do you think Moeka's fate will change?
あんたが言っていたアトラクタフィールド理論で考えるなら
Based on the attractor field model you spoke of,
ダイバージェンスが 1% 以上なら生きている確率は高くなる
she'll be more likely to live if divergence exceeds 1%.
ごめんこんな思いやりもクソもない言い方しかできなくて
Sorry. I wish I knew what to say.
いや、いいんだ。
Don't worry about it. I stand up. Moeka's blood clings to my hands. It won't come off, even when I wipe it with a tissue. I stop trying and take out FB's phone. I nod to Kurisu. She calls Daru and tells him to activate the phone wave, name subject to change. I take one last look at Moeka's body lying there. Okay, I kind of feel like there's really no reason to not send this D-mail, but every other chapter has had the send the D-mail moment and then you don't send it and you get an ending, so I'm going to save it now, just in case something does happen if I don't send the message. So let's save in my many saves Okay. I'm not going to send it. I'm going to see what happens. Causality is a strange and terrifying thing. At the beginning of all this, Moeka killed Mayuri. But now Moeka lies dead, while Mayuri still lives. All because I changed the past. Moeka, if you're going to apologise for a sin you didn't commit, then I must apologise as well. I am responsible for twisting your fate. And for twisting the fate of Tennoji Nai. I ruined that innocent girl's life, made her something other than what she was meant to be. Is it okay to just leave her like this? Of course, if I send the D-mail now, this world line will be undone. Nai's twisted fate will be corrected. There's no point in worrying about it. I should just think about Mayuri. I shouldn't burden myself with any more problems. Is this really okay? Of course it is. Send the D-mail. That's all I need to do. Why won't my fingers move? I already know what I need to do. And yet...
岡部、
さっきのあの子、様子が変じゃなかったか。
Wasn't there something strange about that girl?
あの子ってナイちゃんのこと？
That girl? You mean Nai-chan? I nod.
まるで別人みたいだった。
She was like a different person.
15年後に殺すってどういう意味なんだ？
What did she mean she'll kill me in 15 years? It bothers me. Does she know something? What was she implying?
岡部、気にすることない。
Don't worry about it, Okabe.
D メールを今すぐ送って。それで何もかも解決よ。
Send the D-mail right now. That'll solve everything. I put FB's phone in my pocket.
見なかったことにはできない。
I can't pretend I didn't see that. Nai's crime is partly my responsibility. And I need to know what she meant when she promised to kill me 15 years from now.
タイムリープする。ラボに戻ろう。
I'm time leaping. Back to the lab. Kurisu sighs, but I pretend not to hear it. Okay, so definitely worth saving, I think, because I imagine that's the point I'm going to have to go back to.
敵って。
Enemy, but... Kurisu glances at Moeka, then whispers into my ear.
彼女は敵じゃないの？
Isn't she our enemy?
今は朝の7時前だな。
It's about 7 a.m., right?
は？そうだけど、何よ、いきなり。
Well, yeah, but where did that question come from? After time leaping 4 hours back, I find myself in front of the station. This is right after Moeka and I met up with Kurisu after returning from Narita Airport. After this comes the Tennoji residence. Moeka is standing a few meters away, kicking the dirt in boredom. Moeka was dead just a few minutes ago, but now she's perfectly fine. I feel no surprise. I suppose I've grown accustomed to this particular facet of time travel. After all, I've seen Mayuri come back to life countless times already. There is one other thing experience has taught me. Today, Moeka and Tennoji will die, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. I know it's cruel, but I didn't come back here to save them. I don't have the means to, and it isn't my problem. The problem is Nai. We arrive in front of Tennoji's house, just like we did before I time leaped. But this time, I wait outside with Kurisu. Moeka enters alone, expressionless as ever. While we wait outside, I tell Kurisu what's about to happen. I also tell her to wait a little while after she hears the gunshot, and then go inside and take Tennoji's phone. I mean, how does he know that the exact same thing is going to happen if he hasn't gone in? Because he led that conversation with Tennoji. Like, Moeka was there, but Okarin led it. Like, the same thing might not happen in this situation. Like, maybe they'll kill each other or something. I don't know. I feel like something different is going to happen. It feels like an eternity passes in silence. And then... Kurisu gasps. Her body goes stiff.
本当に銃声が
There really was a gunshot. I immediately look around. Just as Kurisu told me, I see a girl come out of the window. She walks away quickly, but at the same time taking care not to make a sound. That's not how a child acts after witnessing her father's death.
待て
Wait! Nai looks over her shoulder. She spears me with eyes full of hatred. That alone is enough to make me shiver. It's pitiful, but a tiny little girl is making me nervous. Something is very wrong here. This Nai is like a completely different person. I want to know her true identity. That's why I time-leaped instead of sending the D-mail. Nai is still running, ignoring my calls to stop. I run after her. Out of shape though I may be, I'm still more than a match for a 12-year-old girl. The distance between us quickly shortens. Nai keeps running, occasionally looking back at me and grinding her teeth in a very unchildlike manner. Normally, a child being chased by a man will cry and scream things like "stay away" or "help." But this girl says nothing. The only sound is her heavy breathing.
止まれ
Stop! I call out to her once more when she's nearly in arm's reach. Unexpectedly, Nai slows down and eventually stops to catch her breath. And I think now that we have caught her, we'll leave it there. I'm honestly surprised that apparently, as far as we know, it did go the exact same way without Okarin in the room. I mean, obviously they both had to die. I was just thinking they were going to both die in a different way. I was expecting... I was expecting a crying, angry child, not whatever Nai is doing. When I started recording today, I wasn't expecting that Nai would come with a cleaver and murder Moeka. I didn't see that coming. I thought it was going to be a emotional scene where Okarin had to deal with Nai seeing what had happened. Not this. I don't know how long this scene is going to be after not sending the DML, because some of the other ones I think were quite... I was playing for a while before having to go back and load the save in and send the DML this time. But I agree with Okarin. I want to know what the hell Nai knows, because she is acting strange and she's kind of terrifying. Yeah, so I guess next time we'll figure out what the hell is going on with Nai and maybe finally send this DMail and move world lines. We'll see. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.